Hello, guys. Welcome back after a few weeks, I guess. So today we are going to unbox a nice fragrance from Joe Malone. I have not even opened it. I bought this yesterday, but I had saved the unboxing for this video. Ah, okay. This is nice, huh? Look at this, guys. This is my very first Joe Malone fragrance. In fact, this is my second fragrance from England, from London. I I'm not sure if Atkinson's is from England. Maybe it's from Britain. I'm not sure though. Maybe it's from Britain or UK. I don't know. Atkinson's is Scottish, isn't it? I'm not sure. So this is my second fragrance from that part of the world. I'm not like there's not many British fragrances that are very popular. This is one of the few brands that I see in Sydney. So there is a Meyer in Sydney. It's a mall, and they have a small collection of niche fragrances. They call Libertine fragrances or something. They have their own website as well, and they have a Joe Malone stall as well. And I think the hunt is over. What I mean by that, I'll tell you guys. So, if you guys have watched my earlier videos, I've been hunting for a citrus oud fragrance. I mean, oh, look at this. I've got samples, man. Mer and Tonka. Okay, that's another video. What is this next one? Wood, sage, and sea salt. Oh, I've heard about that. So, this is what's inside the box. There's nothing, it's just paper. So, yeah, and I tried Aquari Parma Oud. I love that fragrance, but I think that's more of a sandalwood fragrance. It's not an oud fragrance. It has sandalwood and leather. Maybe maybe it's an oud accord that they tried to create with sandalwood and leather, but it doesn't smell like oud at all. Uh, I'm not saying this smells like oud, but this has a very mysterious, a very sophisticated smell about it. That yeah, I don't know how else to say. And oud, and it's sometimes it's the simplest combination of notes that 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 smells so good, in my opinion. I'm yeah, I think I'm kind of a minimalist maybe. So this is Oud and Bergamot. Right. It's a 50 ml that I got. It's Cologne Intense. And if anyone wants to know the batch code and whatnot, okay. So it has nothing on the sides. So I'll tell you the story. So as I mentioned earlier, I have always wanted to have a citrus oud. Basically, I went to Lakemba. There's a suburb here where they have Middle Eastern fragrances, the Attars and whatnot, like Perfume Dubai and those kind of fragrances. I checked with them and they just said, no, we don't do such oud. Our ouds are always dark ouds, irrespective of what our weather is. That's what we wear. That's what the guy said. And I went there during the Ramzan time, so it was really crowded. And then that's when I realized, okay, citrus oud is not actually a Middle Eastern thing; it's more of a Western thing. And even before that, I've like for the past 2 years or so, I've been looking for like a long-lasting citrus fragrance with the oud twist. You know what I mean? Because just citrus doesn't last that long, and I like oud. In my mind, I thought, what if you put oud and citrus together? So it's going to last long as well, and it's going to have that kind of, mysterious funk about it. You know what I mean? So I thought, yeah, I had some idea in my mind. Okay, this is what it should smell like if you mix oud and citrus. And I tried Shagia. I tried many fragrances from. I'm not able to recall. Aqua di Parma, Shagia is one, but Shagia is a bit heavy. It has that Middle Eastern touch. I didn't want that. I wanted something like Aqua di Parma, but that would actually smell like oud because that doesn't smell like oud. Although I love that fragrance, that is one of the most beautiful sandalwood fragrances that I've tried. So without wasting any more time, let's the cap. So this is what it looks like inside. Okay, I can't wait. I'm going to wear this to office tomorrow. Oh yeah, spread. The spread is good, man. The spread is good. Scent of the night. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I tried this at Myers yesterday. Just one spray on my left hand around 3 p.m. 3:30, 3:30. I went to bed around 12:30 last night and I could still smell it. That's weird because on Fragrantica I see comments that say it doesn't last for more than an hour or something. And that is the main reasons. That is one of the main reasons I was very reluctant in buying this fragrance because I tried this long back, a few months back, in fact, and I was mesmerized by the smell. Oh my god, man, this is a very sophisticated smell. I don't remember smelling any fragrance that smells like this. The bergamot. Wow, man, this bergamot is beautiful. Such a beautiful. It's just that I believe, just some kind of oud accord. I don't think this is like a real oud, but nevertheless, the smell is amazing. So let's check what. So I can smell a beautiful bergamot and some kind of oud accord maybe. Can't get enough of this. Ah, amazing. Oud and bergamot. And I'm sure not many people will smell like you if you wear this fragrance. So let's see. I'm on their website, Joe Malone website. It says precious oud reframed. The mysterious smoky character of this revered wood, central to Middle Eastern fragrance traditions, radiates with the clarity of crisp bergamot and an orange granite accord. Hypnotic, alluring. So the top note is bergamot, the ingredient that gives Earl Grey tea its lively character. Bergamot brightens with its sparkling citrus freshness. And heart note is cedarwood, dry and intensely woody. It creates the bramley aspect of the base of the scent, and the base note is oud, rich, resinous, and dark with animalic scents. It mingles with the textural gourmand qualities of praline in the base, bringing intensity and depth to the fragrance. So, this is all I wanted. I mean, 2 years, the hunt is over. It's very easy to like, simple, but there's something mysterious about it, maybe because of the oud and the bergamot. What's like, bergamot is something that I don't imagine anybody would dislike. It's a beautiful smell. It's very subtle, and it's not as sharp as the other citruses, and it has amazing. I don't know how popular this fragrance is on in the fragrance community, but I don't see many people talk about Joe Malone fragrances in general, because UK is, I mean, they're not. It's not the best country for fragrances, right? Like you have France and Italy, and Oud and Bergamot, Joe Malone, and I'm not even sure if in the US Joe Malone brand is available. So I'm on Fragrantica now. So it was released in 2010. Whoa. Christine Nagel. Ah, I know this lady. Let's see what her work. So I remember reading somewhere that this one has ISOE Super, and that's probably why uh, I can smell it even after just one spray. I could smell it almost 9 hours later. I believe my nose, because I read somewhere that people go nose blind to ISOE Super, but for some reason my nose, I think it can detect ISOE Super even in traces, and I'm glad that my nose can. Okay, okay. So she's behind. She works for Hermes. No wonder. Their Hermes is known for really minimalist fragrances, isn't it? I think she's the one behind the Eau Givre. Eau Givre. Let me check. Terre d'Hermes Eau Givre. Hermes. Yeah. So she's the one behind Eau Givre. And an interesting thing, yesterday, before buying this fragrance, I went to David Jones. It's another mall here where they have fragrances. I mean, they have dedicated stalls, unlike Meyer, of like some really good niche brands as well, Amouage and Penhaligans and whatnot. So Kilian as well. So I went to this stall looking for this fragrance, the new one. But in Australia, the fragrances they get released very late, like almost 3 4 months late. So, but she had a sample though. She had like a tester kind of mm, yeah. It didn't even have the Ogivre name on it. As like it had some kind of code name on it, you know. So when I asked her if I could try, she said yes, and I tried. I tried that fragrance, and it's a nice fragrance. It smells. It has. It actually. It almost smells like a different fragrance because it doesn't have that orange. Stade d'Hermes is popular for that orange, right? But it doesn't have that. But that's another video. I'm a big fan of Dirt Hermes. I have the Parfum one. I'm so addicted to the fragrance. I love that. I'm glad that I bought it. Beautiful fragrance. So back to Oud and Bergamot. How many? 5 minutes into the dry down, there's something so beautiful and addictive about this fragrance. The bergamot is it's so nice. It's so beautiful, and the oud, I think it adds a little bit of you know tang. Or, maybe it's a bergamot, but there's a little bit of tang in this fragrance. I'm not sure where. There's sweetness obviously from the bergamot, and a slight tang as well. Uh, maybe from maybe the mix of oud and bergamot is probably giving that tang, but it is so nice. It's so addictive. Wow. I'll have to try it for a few days and see how it actually performs. I told you already. I could smell it more than after 9 hours, but I still need to test. And I also need to test in different seasons. The one thing that I realized in the past 2 3 years since I've started with fragrances is try the fragrances in different seasons. Then you'll definitely, I made the mistake of selling almost 10 20 of my fragrances, but I realized that mistake now. I should have tried them. I should have waited and tried them in different seasons, because some fragrances that I tried during summer, which I didn't really like, but during autumn and winter, I'm loving it. For example, this one, Valentino Uomo, that turned really gourmand on my skin in summer, but in autumn and winter, probably the best iris, I would say. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, for watching the unboxing of Oud and Bergamot Joe Malone. Bye bye.